To secure your government funding for a techno-economic feasibility study, you must first clear the rigorous PC2 process. The rules for these submissions were overhauled in early 2024. The Planning Commission's updated manual is now the sole standard, meaning any proposal using an outdated template will be rejected immediately. We will follow the PC2 checklist step by step, moving from basic capital costing to the new mandatory climate-proofing standards. There is one absolute prerequisite, an Approved Project Concept Note, or PCN. The date your PCN is cleared marks the official commencement of your project in the eyes of the government. Mastering the PC2 requirements allows a project concept to begin the formal transition into a legally compliant feasibility study. The first hurdle is verifying if your specific project legally triggers the requirement for a PC2. This applies to infrastructure projects costing 500 million rupees or more, or where infrastructure is at least 30% of total cost. Exceptions exist for research and development projects. These skip the PC2 regardless of cost, requiring only documented in-house justification. For projects that do require a PC2, items 1 through 4 on the checklist cover the general aims, objectives, and the specific coverage area of the proposed study. You must also account for existing research. If similar studies have been done, the sponsor has to explicitly certify that this new study is necessary to update or validate that data. Finally, define the temporal scope. You must provide a proposed duration and the exact months you expect the study to commence and complete. Establishing the project's legal applicability and historical context prevents the CDWP from dismissing the proposal before they even review the financials. In the capital cost breakdown section, precision is mandatory. Vague financial estimates often result in an immediate rejection during the initial appraisal. You must separate local currency requirements from the foreign exchange component. Imported items bought locally remain local components. State exactly when these cost estimates were prepared to ensure pricing reflects current market conditions. Your PC2 must also identify specific sources of funding, like relevant PSDP allocations. We now move to the Human Resources and Consultant Terms of Reference, or TORs. This section is statistically the most common point of failure for submissions. You must define personnel requirements across all categories: professional, technical, administrative, and clerical. The Planning Commission now mandates that TORs instruct consultants to investigate public-private partnership options for project financing. Consultants must also be tasked with calculating the financial and economic internal rates of return, or FIRR and EIRR. The manual requires that every consultant assignment be mathematically justified on a man-month basis and visualized on a Gantt chart. Contract durations and specific professional qualifications must align precisely with these man-month blocks. Combining a granular financial breakdown with mathematically justified TORs proves to the approving forum that every rupee in budget is linked to a specific deliverable. The 2024 manual introduces a non-negotiable climate-proofing mandate. Feasibility studies must now plan for extreme weather events from the earliest stage of preparation. You are required to include a Climate and Hazard Initial Risk Assessment, or CHIRA, in the study scope. The TORs must also specify a Climate Adaptation and Resilience Assessment to address long-term environmental impacts. Additionally, you must establish specific climate indicators for monitoring and evaluation throughout the study. After addressing the technical components, state the quantifiable outcomes expected from the study and indicate if a full PCI document will immediately follow. The completed proforma requires a signature from your principal accounting officer, certifying that the document follows all Planning Commission instructions. Once signed, log into the Intelligent Project Automation System on the Planning Commission website to upload your digital PCI-2. Integrating these 2024 climate standards and securing the PAO signature transforms the document into a legally binding request for execution. You now have a fully compliant, climate-proofed PCI-2, ready for review by the DDWP or CDWP. Approval of this document is what triggers the release of capital needed to hire consultants and launch the formal Techno-Economic feasibility study. The data you collect during this study will eventually serve as the evidence base for your PCI. Continue your training by following our next guide on drafting the PCI, ensuring your development project moves through the final stage of approval.